Hey everyone, Random Randy here. This is going to be another episode of Craft Confessional, which occasionally includes yarn talk, but is pretty much just an amalgamation of all of the crafty things that I get up to. And usually I have more crochet to show. But after getting my Centro, which is a knitting machine, I am astounded at how quickly I can use up yarn. And 2021, I have decided, is going to be the year of the great decluttering. As much as I love to have things, I've recently discovered that I tend to hold on to things for absolutely no real reason. Like, oh, I'm saving that for something. Like, yeah, but what are you saving it for? Do you know? If you have a plan for it, that's fine. But if you're saving it just for the sake of saving it, then why not use it and reclaim space? Because the reality is we'll probably be moving to a different house in another year-ish. So I want to have a lot less stuff to take with me so that the things I do have will be more meaningful and I won't just be overwhelmed by the amount of stuff everywhere. Firstly, I'm wearing an awesome shirt that a good friend got for me for Christmas. And it's true, and I am also a Game of Thrones fan. So, aside from this stack of stuff here that I am leaning on, I have this, and I have 2 hats that I made for my boys for Christmas. I also made my mom a hat and an infinity scarf. I've also sold a few of these hats already. So yeah, this isn't a complete stack of everything that I've made, but all of these hats have been made within the last few weeks. I think I might have shown 1 or 2 of them before. Yeah, I think I might have shown 1 or 2 of them before, but regardless, these are all made with the knitting machine. This headband is also made with the knitting machine, and this is Karen 1 pound and Big Twist cupcake confetti. So I'm planning on doing a tips and tricks video for knitting machines because I'm in a few knitting machine groups now, because aside from just doing basic hat patterns and this, which is pretty much just a hat pattern, you just sew the ends together rather than cinching them in a drawstring. People have a lot of opinions about their knitting machines being sentient beings and refusing to work with certain types of yarn. I will agree with that and disagree at the same time. Long story short, I am going to make a tips and tricks video regarding all of the things I have discovered from working with it and giving kind of a breakdown on it. I only have the Centro, so I can't talk about the Addy. From my understanding, the Addy is the top of the line model. I got the Centro because it was $80 as opposed to $300, so maybe if I sell enough things from the Centro, I'll get an Addy with it to try out. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so stack of things. So there is the headband I am wearing. There is this headband, which is made with Red Heart Super Saver Calm Stripe. And I might not know the names of all of these yarns because a lot of these, like with the 2-tone ones, were partial balls of yarn. I know that this was made with a, yeah, the camera is not gonna like that at all. So this is actually fluorescent yellow. And it's a Premier Everyday yarn, which the machine really, really seemed to like. And a Red Heart Shimmer in black. So yeah, it's the same style as the twist one I'm wearing. And I made these 2 with Vanna's Choice. I think this is Patchwork Gray. This one is an adult size. This one is a kid size. As you can see, when it's knitted, all those separate colored stitches, as much as I loved it crocheted, it is absolutely beautiful when it's knitted. Those 2. I made this one, which unfortunately is a scooch bag because I didn't account for the fact that a DK weight yarn has looser stitches, so this could fit on your head. But I feel like maybe if you had very large hair, like maybe if you had dreads or something like that, then this might be perfect for your head. But I mean, I just put it on over top of the one I'm wearing and my hair, and it's, yeah. This was made with Premier Luna yarn. I think this is the Phobos colorway, maybe. I had 2 balls of this. I really, really like it. I don't like how loose this is. It would honestly work better as a cowl, like I said, unless you've got really big hair. Big hair. Doesn't work with my hair. I really like the colors in it though. And one more headband, which is made with Red Heart neon stripe, maybe fluorescent stripe, something to that effect. I really like the way that one turned out. Now for hats. Some of these hats are gifts, and at the very bottom of this stack is a few things that were meant to be hats, but it didn't turn out the way I wanted, but I figured out why. So now I'm gonna have to see if I can reclaim the yarn and do something better with them. So this hat is made with the leftovers of that same fluorescent yellow yarn and the shimmer black, which you might be able to kind of see. This turned out to be more of a kid size hat, which is fine, but still stretchy. I mean, honestly, I could probably wear it if you're into form-fitting beanies. It stretches quite a bit. I like my hats to be a little bit looser though, because honestly, I like to have my hair up when I put a hat on, so then when I take my hat off, my hair isn't all like squished in, and yeah. This one I think I might have shown before, maybe not. It's made with Premier Puzzle yarn. This is in the Solitaire colorway. And this one is long enough to actually roll up the brim and wear it. Most of these plain ones that I didn't put a pom-pom on are actually completely reversible because of the way I stitched them together. So you could wear it slouchy, you could roll it up this way, whatever. Or you could even attach a button to it and put those pom-poms with the elastic on it if you were so inclined. That one. I have this, which is just a plain black beanie. We have a special surprise inside that I made for a friend, which I'm not going to reveal because I'm going to send it to them eventually. Once I get a few more things to put in the box. If I'm going to pay for shipping, I'm going to make it worth it when I send something. This one is made with 2 leftover balls of yarn. You may remember a long time ago, I crocheted a granny stripe short sleeve cardigan that I called my Surf and Turf cardigan. And I used a Karen Big Cake in tiramisu, and I think the other one was blue macaroon, or blue macaron, as to say it properly, because a macaroon and a macaron are not the same thing. And if you're gonna offend pastry chefs, then boy, you better be ready for a fight. Anyway, so this hat is the very last leftover bits of both of those balls of yarn. The blue and the inside is this. So, as I called it the Surf and Turf cardigan, I called this the Surf and Turf hat, and you can make it look any way you would like, but I thought it was kind of cool that it's got like the shore fading into the water, or vice versa, depending on which way you want to wear it. And this was one of the earlier ones I made, so there's a few stitches that are a teeny bit loose, but there's no actual dropped stitches. I mean, like right there, you can see that it's just a teeny bit loose there, which I'm sure that most people probably wouldn't notice, but I did. And I was like, oh well, too bad, it's fine. But yeah, that one. This one is also made with the Premier Luna in the Phobos, and it's got a fuzzy pom-pom on the top. I was just tying them on so people could take them off, but now I'm thinking maybe I should use a button to attach them instead. It looks fine when you have it on, like it doesn't really have room to wobble when it's on a head, but yeah. This is what that Premier Luna yarn looks like, which is a DK weight yarn. And I will tell you that the Premier Luna yarn was an absolute dumpster fire when I got it. That is the messiest factory wound I have ever seen balls of yarn in my life. And I have a lot of yarn, so I have seen a lot of sloppy balls. We'll leave it at that. Oh my goodness, there's even more in the stack than I thought there was. All right, so put these ones together since they're the same type. This is all just done in Hirschner's Worsted 8. I think this was the Rose Garden colorway, which I really liked. I'm not a pink person, but just that coral with that shade of green, I really, really like it. I put a little palm on top, and this is long enough that you can roll it up. Wear it with the brim, or you can wear it slouchy, whichever way. There's another one with the rest of it, and the very bottom part, I don't know if you'll be able to see, maybe not, but this is another Red Heart Shimmer. I don't know what the colorway is, but Red Heart Shimmer works up on the knitting machine more like a DK weight because it's a very thin, they say it's worsted. So if you're going to use it, I would use it with other very thin worsted weight yarns or 3 DK weight yarns. But yeah, that one, it doesn't have a palm. It would be easy enough to put one on though. This is the epitome of winter to me. This is Red Heart Super Saver Fair Isle, Calm Fair Isle, I believe. It's got the pom-pom on it. And the bottom part is that same Red Heart Shimmer. So you can actually roll it up. It's just very sparkly and wintry and makes me think of snow. This one is just a plain, long, same Calm Fair Isle. Again, it's long enough to roll it up and wear it with a brim, or you can wear it slouchy, whichever. This one is a Red Heart Super Saver that I no longer had the ball band to. I think this was Macaw, maybe? Somebody can probably tell me from the different shades of blue that are in it. But I thought it looked good with the gray and black palm. You can roll it up like that. This is what the Calm stripe looks like in a full length hat, not just a headband. And this was another one where I was learning the tension, so it is much looser than I would like in some places. However, it is very, very stretchy, and because it's 2 layers, it's still pretty warm. And now to the 2 that were almost something awesome that now I'm going to have to undo where I wove in my ends so I can reclaim the yarn. So this is Red Heart Super Saver favorite stripe, I believe. And what I was trying to do a long time ago when I used to hand knit hats for my Etsy shop, I would knit cat ear hats, which are very easy to make. And if I can make this work with the knitting machine, I'll show you the way that I do it with the knitting machine. But essentially, the way that the hats would work is you would put it on, and because your head is round and this is square, this part here pops up off the side of your head like a cat ear. However, because my tension was off with these, when it stretches to fit your head, you can see that there is a different color behind it. So I either have to pick a solid color to put beneath it, probably black, cream, or white, or I just need to adjust my tension. Because I realized from looking at these, my tension with this yarn, which I didn't have a problem with the hat that I made for Killian in this, because he said he wanted a rainbow hat because rainbows are his favorite thing right now. His was more this part of the color scheme. But yeah, you can see like the loose stitches all through here. Ugh. I'm gonna have to find my ends and reclaim what I can of the yarn and try again. But it's all about experimentation. And this one is the neon stripe yet again. I did like the way that this patterned on the outside. I really, really dug that. So I was bummed that when it stretched, you could totally see the green behind it, which I guess some people might like, but it's not what I was going for, you know? So it's like, eh. But yeah. So once I perfect this, you will see more about it. Una, you don't need to attack it. Una! Una. Fluff puff. Kitty cat. What are you doing? Don't do it. My gray cat is looking at the dead rat covering on my microphone, which is essentially a wind filter, but they call it a dead rat muff because it kind of looks like one. And the fact that my cat looks like she wants to eat it tells me that there's truth in advertising there. But anyway, so these are failed experiments that are worth salvaging. Aside from this, which I just finished weaving the ends in on not that terribly long ago, I have this one, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to make into a hat. This is Premier Mere Woods, and I can't tell you the colorway. I don't know. I have the ball band somewhere, I think. But this worked up beautifully. This didn't drop a stitch as I went through it. I did it so fast. It was amazing. And this is waste yarn on the end, if you're wondering why there's random white there. But this is awesome. I'm thinking this is going to be a hat because I kind of wanted to do it as a headband, but the yarn is just so thick and plush that I can't justify allowing heat to escape from your head with anything less than a hat, because this yarn is just so soft and beautiful for an acrylic yarn. I love it. But yeah, so this is going to be a hat. I just have to finish my ends and put them together. And I think the only other thing I have right now that I'm actively working on, we won't get into the things that are currently abandoned in the abyss of the craft room. That is, yeah, abysmal. Not abyssal, abysmal at the moment. I started designing a top-down turtleneck crochet sweater because why not when you're up at 2 o'clock in the morning and have nothing better to do? Why not, right? Yeah, so I decided I'm going to make the neck, wrists, and bottom ribbing all in this Hirschner's worsted weight purple glitter Halloween yarn stuff. And the body is going to be Red Heart Super Saver Ombre. This is the anthracite. It's the gray ombre. I think I'm going to do it in a crop, but you'd be able to do a regular sized sweater or a tunic length sweater if you were so inclined. It's really just a matter of extending the body, the length of the body anyway. Hi Una, are you gonna come sit by me? You look like you're trying to chase my yarn. Your eyes are wild, dear. Come here. No, I'm being too crazy. But anyway, so rather than it being a completely encircling turtleneck, I made it with the split neck, so it doesn't give you that constricted, squeezy feeling that turtlenecks do sometimes, but it still has like the folded over look to it, so it will keep you warm, but it won't be so like I said, squeezy, I guess, is the best adjective. Won't be as constrictive there. Now I used an adult term instead of a kid adjective, I guess. Anyway, so this, because my birthday is in February, so I would like to finish this before my birthday, because amethyst is February's birthstone, and I feel like the gray and the purple just look good together. And I'm writing it all down as I go, so provided it's successful, which I made and tore out just the neck part alone 3 times before I got it the way I liked it. Once it turns out well, I will share how I did it with all of you guys. So that is that, and everything else in life is existence. We're still doing the distance learning thing with the kids, which is a whole other can of worms that I won't really bother expending my energy discussing at the moment. A lot of you who are on my personal Facebook know my opinions on the way that's going. And I will warn you, if you do add me on my personal Facebook, I am a very profane person. I do not censor myself on my personal Facebook. I try to keep it PG in the group, occasionally borderline PG-13, but I try to be fairly tame with my language and stuff, because I know that there are kids who watch my stuff, even though it's not geared towards kids. I have kids of my own. I try to keep the potty mouthing to a minimum ish, unless I'm really fired up about something. I guess that's really all that I've got for you guys for now. I would say that I have crafty goals for 2021, but really my main goal is just to use stuff up. I've got so much stuff. I bought a grand total of like 10 balls of yarn last year and used up so much stuff and didn't even make a dent in my stash. So my objective this year is to get all of my yarn by the end of the year to fit on the one standing 4-shelf unit that I have. And that includes all of my fancy luxury fiber yarns. So that means I've got about 3 15-gallon totes worth of yarn that I have to burn through in the next 12 months. And let me tell you, the knitting machine is going to make that possible. I am very pleased with the way that it works now that it and I have come to an agreement, and I'm figuring out exactly what it takes to make it do what I want it to do. It is a learning curve, and like I said, I will talk about all of the fun little gremlins I have discovered with my Centro in another video. So I hope you all are having an awesome week, day, night, whatever, whenever, wherever you are at current. Hang in there. I know the world is a difficult place to navigate right now. I won't say scary, because I don't want to foster and encourage fear, but there's a lot going on. There's a lot of heavy stuff. Let's be perfectly honest. So hang in there. Everything will get better eventually, even if it's not tomorrow. I know that a bunch of friends in the UK, all their schools just got shut down again and they're in full lockdown again. Yeah. Hang in there, everybody. You're loved, you're important, the world needs your light. Don't let go of that, no matter how much they try to squash it. On that note, I will talk to you guys all in the next one. Have a good day, guys.